Hi guys, I'm Sharmen from the Marriage Recovery Center, and I want to take a few moments to talk to you guys about the impact of narcissism and emotional abuse on you. First, let me set the stage a little bit and talk about narcissism. Narcissism really is the current buzzword used to try to capture a description of someone who is very self-absorbed. They're self-serving. They're proud. They live in such a way that they lack empathy and treat you as if you are simply an extension of them to be used for their benefit. You lose a sense of yourself, who you are. In so many cases, you feel consumed by them. You are told how to think, how to feel, how to be, and have it implied to you that how you are thinking, how you are believing, how you are being is foolish, it is ignorant, it is stupid, it is less than, because it doesn't fit their agenda and how they want you to perceive the world. None of being in a relationship with someone characterized like this has anything to do with cultivating a friendship. It's all about tit for tat, giving and taking, keeping score, nothing about just cultivating life together with arms linked, walking through this together. So this all boils down, this term of narcissism all boils down to someone who is so proud and so unwilling to do the work that needs to be done in order to cultivate a healthy relationship. There's no room for connection. There's no room to grow. There's no room for you to be yourself because they are so strongly implying that you must fit into what they're saying of you in order to be in a relationship with them. You don't get to have your own opinion. You don't get to have your own thoughts or feelings or dreams or hopes or fears or pain. All you get to do is be there for them. So there is a spectrum. There is outright animosity and grandiosity and toxicity that is blatant. And then on the other side, there is the really covert manipulation where at every turn, you think you're doing okay, you're not really sure what's going on, but you're constantly getting a message that you will never measure up, that there's no value in what you bring to the table, and that you're only here to benefit them. Anyone who has lived any length of time with someone who has been so oppressive that minimizes your sense of self will feel devalued, diminished. You will lose your voice. You will be unable to even trust yourself. And what tends to happen is you get very complacent and start to feel all kinds of other biopsychosocial, emotional effects of that. So let me talk a little bit more about that. When constantly told that you have nothing of value to bring to the relationship, when who you are is unimportant, it's too stupid, it's too foolish, it's, too whatever, and you are belittled, it creates a sense of absolute isolation and feeling alone, feeling very, very alone and disconnected. Living under high stress, you're trying to meet these demands while constantly being told that you will never measure up. You feel absolutely devalued and deeply, deeply disapproved of. Which taps into what I believe is the biggest question, the deepest question that a man asks. Deep in his heart, he's always asking the question, do I have what it takes? Do I have what it takes to be a good man, to be a strong leader, to be a great lover, to be a good father and a good husband? Do I have what it takes? And in a relationship, especially like this, everywhere you look, you are being told, no, you do not. So this gets manifested into fear, anxiety, depression, complacency, insomnia. any number of PTSD symptoms like flashbacks and chronic fatigue. There's just this sense of being stuck and numb and dead. You start to feel like the abuser often because on one hand they're accusing you of those things, and so you wonder, am I really that? But also you do learn to reflect those things back, because that's how you learn to survive in this relationship. That's how you function in this environment. That's the only thing that's accepted. And so in so many ways there is so much dissonance between who you know you are and who you're acting out, simply because the environment creates that in you. The bigger picture, the end result after so many years, what you notice most of all under the fear, the depression, the anxiety, and feeling alone, is that you are unable to connect and you have very little sense of hope for the future or for your marriage. You just feel like you're barely surviving every day, keeping your head above the water. You have nothing left to give because everything is being discounted. That's where we want to come in and help. For right now, let me give you a quick exercise that can help you start to look at what the landscape really is. And it's this. Take some time to sit down and write out the ways that you've been harmed. I want you to get in a quiet place where you don't have to look over your shoulder, you don't have to share this with anyone. This is just about you taking a real look at your real experience. To write it down from your perception, not someone else's words, not what someone else has described it as, but your own perception. What do you believe about how you've been harmed? What do you know to be true about what you've lost and how you've been changed in this relationship? And the point is not to keep a record of wrongs, per se. The point is actually so that you're getting past denial. You have to push past what you hoped or dreamed or thought you saw or the vision you had for this, and just look at what is. What have you lost and how have you been changed by this relationship? What is it that you need to regain? It gives you a place to start to see where you can rebuild and regather and reconstruct all of that part of you that's been so silenced and squashed. How have you been changed? Like, you're a different person. Some of those things are good. A lot of those things are not. You've got to look at those so that you can begin to see how to build into a changed person, yes, but the kind of person that you want to be. We would love to come alongside you and help you untangle the chaos and see your way through. So if this has resonated with you, please contact our office and let us set up some sessions that can help you take what you've got to work with and rebuild it into something that can bring redemption and restoration to your heart.